Welcome back, Avengers of our fallen brothers. I am the Clockwork Ronin, and we are going to continue on with Shadowrun Returns. Now, if you will recall, we are at the morgue, and apparently somebody is in the back waiting for us. If you will recall, we are at the morgue in Seattle looking for the body of our long friend Sam Watts. Let's go inside and see what we can find. The smell of death and decomposition washes over you, only slightly masked by the minty fake fresh of industrial-grade antiseptic. And we have Dresden over here. I like Dresden, but let's go meet him. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf whistling a tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job," a little more than you'd want or expect from somebody in the chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it might just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools.
"Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour. And some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir?"
Are you the coroner?
"I'm John Dresden, the organ grinders branch manager here. So, yeah, that makes me this franchise area's coroner, too. And you are?"
Ronan. I represent a man named Sam Watts, and I'm here to look into his murder. He frowns.
"Interesting. A dead man makes for a strange client. But what makes you think he's here?"
Sam had a locator chip embedded in his skull. I followed it here.
"I see. Well, you're right, he's here. Not too many people know about this murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it yet, what with it being all the way out here in the Barrens. And who told you he was dead?"
Sam did. When his heart stopped, 100,000 nuyen was wired to a secure account in my name. I find the killer, I get paid. The dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping the suspicion from his face.
"A dead man switch, eh? Fascinating. Was working on him earlier. He's over here."
He's a very kindly little gentleman. He's going to show us where Sam is. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Watts, or what's left of him.
"He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown."
Emerald City Ripper?
He sighs. "Not my title. That's what the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel. But this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim."
Awesome. What prize did the Ripper take from Sam?
"Watts's liver was cleanly cut out."
What about the other lucky contestants?
"The first victim's heart was missing, and the third had the spleen removed." "Dresden, get out here!"
Oh, yay. My least favorite character in this game.
"I'm here about the new Ripper fix, Sam Watts."
While we're back here, let's just take a look at Sam's body here. Sam's body is half covered by a sterile surgical sheet, his face an ashen white, for the first time without a smirk on it. Below the chest, there's a small pencil-thin incision covered in dry blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem that the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him, and took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can examine evidence through the bag without spoiling it. Let's look at the business card first. Moving things around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstresses Union. There's something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. And the cred stick? It's a standard, cheap, unsecured cred stick, no way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. Now, we could take this or leave it in the evidence bag. I'm not that desperate for money, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm not going to take it. I don't know what'll happen if I do, but I don't really want to risk it. Look at the purple shirt. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing, and blood has thoroughly soaked it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. Ugh. Alright, what about the handwritten note? You can only see part of the note, given the torn-off bits and blood stains. "Sam, I feel terrible that we have been long. To say I'm sorry. See you there. Love, Jessica." Let's put down the bag. Interesting. We have a note in here from somebody named Jessica, who apparently is an old friend of Sam's. And what's else in here? No, we found a medkit. You know, unlike a small bar down in the docks, this is the correct place to find a medkit. But we have a gentleman out here, Mr. McCluskey. See what he has to say. Towering over the diminutive coroner is a homicide detective right out of central casting. If you ignore the tusks, pointed ears, and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away.
So, this new Ripper victim, Watts, name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back?
The coroner frowns.
So you insisted at the time.
He chortles.
Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. Now, let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. The river case is my ticket to lieutenant's badge.
I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns his target with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around a scalpel. He has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy, too.
So, I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon.
Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could be anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado.
You're no damn help, dwarf.
The Lone Star detective finally notices you. You notice superhuman powers of observation.
Who the hell are you?
Now, we have our first situational sentence here. Now, because we don't have 4 strength, we can't say it. But if we did, there's something to be gained from saying like this. Now, what I am actually going to say, are you the detective on this case? I was hired by Sam Watts to assist you in finding his killer. We are not actually going to say that, because remember, guys, we are a Shadowrunner here. I'm new in town. You the welcoming committee?
If you're new in town, then let me be the first to tell you that I run the show. If you get in my way, you'll end up back there on a slab.
He looks back at the dwarf.
Dresden, get me more. I'm putting somebody in a cell or a box this weekend, and claiming my promotion.
Lovely, gentlemen. And there he goes, off to save the world. Is there anything else here we need to know about? Not so much. Alright, let's talk to Dresden. Dresden looks amused. Do you always make friends that easily? I'm great at dinner parties, too. He cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You really gonna work for the dead man? Yeah, Sam was there when I needed him. I'm gonna return the favor.
Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He's convicted his own mother if it meant another 10 new yen a week in his paycheck. Plus he's on the take.
Dresden pauses, considering.
You have honor, after a fashion. I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do for you?
On the take? Who's paying to hold his leash?
I don't know, but somebody with some major pull has been looking out for McCluskey's career. And wallet.
What was that McCluskey said about Sam's mother?
The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago.
Aren't you the official in that sentence?
My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say that it was suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it.
Tell me, what are organs worth these days?
A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of new yen, but individual organs, not worth as much anymore with all the synth and cyber stuff on the market these days. Organ Grinders only deals in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky, though, and they don't care where the bodies come from, either.
Interesting. You're being very open about that, Tristan. Who still uses scalpels?
Doctors still learn how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither profession uses them much anymore. It's possible some of the similar chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look.
Have you heard of the Seamstresses Union?
It's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts lowlives. You'd probably like it.
Fucking thanks, Dresden. Jesus.
Me? I'm not really that going-out type. Always too much to be done around here. Plus, the dead are just easier to get along with.
I just need to know one more thing. Where was Sam killed? Dresden looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking.
You know, I might be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers in the back and see if you find anything useful?
Okay then. I'll go do that, you creepy-looking small person. Now, I do like Dresden, but I especially love how creepy he comes off. And I saw hands over here. In here we have another med kit. And a revival kit. I'm just going to take these, Dresden. Hope you don't need them. Okay. The cold storage drawer is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. Okay. Open the drawer. The cold storage drawer opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to sporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems to be in a very good condition. Now we're about to meet somebody, ladies and gentlemen, and those of you who've played the older games in the Shadowrun sagas will recognize this man. Whoa! Easy there! Jake Armitage. In one quick move, he jumps down from the drawer and stands before you. For somebody who just woke up in a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. Interesting combination. I told John not to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? Doesn't feel like 6 yet. Sorry, I didn't actually expect you to be so alive. Yeah, Dresden thinks he's pretty funny. You're not the first person he's pulled this one on. He chuckles. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I noticed you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? I'm looking into the death of Sam Watts. The coroner seems to think you can help me out. Sam, eh? Glad somebody cares. We used to drink together every now and then over at the Union. Decent enough guy. I was in trouble over something or other, though. Jake yells towards the other side of the room. John! Is this guy cool?
Yes, he's on the level. Working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man switch. I thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day.
Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. Alright then. The name's Jake, and you are? Call me Ronan. Nice to meet you. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right, I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night, the night of the murder. Poor guy. He was hanging at the Seamstress' Union that night, tripped out and rowdy. I'd been laying low over there for a few days after a bad run. Mrs. Kubota asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangsters got the jump on me. He winces. Damn. Maybe I need some soy calf after all. John, could you grab me a cup?
Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. Now what's wrong with this intestine?
You hear a loud squelching sound as Dresden continues his work. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat court bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit on my head. Jake smiles, and you get the impression that didn't work out so well for the gangers. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's the last I saw of him until he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last stay in this place. You've done this before? It's a long story. I ended up in the morgue more often than the average guy. I like Jake.
Yeah, Jake here's a regular. Should have started a rewards card, Jake. A few more visits and you'd get a night stay free.
Jake laughs. Oh, to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block back from the Union. Missing liver and all. Tell you what. You look like you can handle yourself in a fight. I could use some backup to settle the score with those Halloweeners out there. The leader's got the whole gang searching the Barrens for me. I need to get rid of that asshole. In return, I'll take you to the place Sam was murdered. It's not safe to hit those streets alone at night, trust me. Jake eyes you up and down, and maybe I'll throw in some decent supplies while we're at it. What do you say? I do like a bit of street justice every now and then. Alright, Jake, count me in. Great. I've been hiding out here ever since that run-in with those Halloweeners, whiny bunch of gangers. But this stretch out of the Barrens is their turf. Hell, I'm surprised you even made it to this Morgan one piece without packing some heat. Dresden yells out over his shoulder.
Very funny, Jake. You can sleep in the dumpster tomorrow.
So, you need a weapon? Hell yes, I need a weapon. Got a rifle?
You don't like library windows, do you?
Never mind. Here's a rifle you can borrow. So, ready for an evening out on the town? Yeah, I'm ready. I'll follow your lead. The Halloweeners aren't looking for you yet. We can leave whenever you're ready. Now, because there's nothing else I gotta do over here and Dresden's given me all the information I need, let's book it. Sorry. Alright, I'm gonna pause it here and restart when we're outside. The Redmond Barrens. Run in the Seattle sprawl and sooner or later you'll find yourself in the Redmond Barrens. Doesn't matter your business, the Barrens doesn't like you. Take 1 part radioactive wasteland, 3 part dog-eat-dog slum, and a dash of tourist trap, and you've got a recipe for mean as hell. You leave the sanitized death and formaldehyde at organ grinders behind, entering the anarchy and desperation of the streets. Jake stops a moment to breathe deeply, filling his lungs with motorcycle exhaust, radioactive dust, cordite, and who knows what else. He exhales with an expression of wry contentment. The stench and grime tell him he's home. Now, one thing I absolutely love about this game is its writing. It really kind of pierces through to the point that this isn't a nice place to be. Also, sorry for pausing the game like that, ladies and gentlemen. I did not explain. When I record, this loading screen saps up quite a lot of FPS, and if I talk over it, it ends up getting garbled as shit. So rather than spend some time editing, because I'm lazy sometimes, I decided just to pause it. That might be what I do from now on. But let's continue. I said, let's continue. My stash is just around the corner in the alley, because that's a good place to put stuff. Alright, now this is the general game world, and I did not expect it to be running this slowly. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know why my computer suddenly doesn't like these areas. But, so, there aren't actually, from what I've played, a whole lot of things that take place in these big open areas, so we kind of just gotta grin and bear it for the moment. But, on my panning around and testing, I found somebody over here to talk to. His name is Vlad. We are going to talk to Vlad. He is best gangster. As you approach, the man sizes you up. You can see an age-old fight-or-flight equation running behind his drug-clouded eyes. Beneath the track marks on his arms, you spot a set of tattoos that indicate he is, or at least once was, a shaman. What's your story? Nothing. No story. Nothing. Just leave me alone. I don't see anything, I swear. What didn't you see? Nothing. I didn't see anything. I just need my fix. But I can't get because of big pumpkin heads. You're seeing giant pumpkin heads. Okay. Yes, the pumpkins down the street. They kill everybody who looks at them funny. Calm down. My name is Ronan. What's your name? My name is Vlad. Vlad, those are some nice tattoos. Are you a shaman? The word shaman strikes a chord. He seems to shake off some of the mental cobwebs. Yes, I am shaman. I thought so, Vlad. What did you see? See, yes, I saw something the other night. I saw a spirit so dark, so alien that... Vlad trails off and shudders. Where did you see this spirit? Just across the street from the Seamstresses Union. It's gone now, Vlad. I'm not going to kill you. You're safe. Thank you. I think you're right. I feel better now. More whole. I think I need some sleep. So apparently there's some weird shit going on here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a little more supernatural than I expected. It's even causing me some frame loss here. And no, honey, I am not looking for a date. I'm looking for guns. Go away. Oh. Okay, so at least he hit it. Hidden in the garbage-strewn alley is a high-tech safe with a mag card reader on the front. Open the safe with Jake's mag card. With a smooth hit, the safe opens to reveal a collection of gear that is a perfect match for your skills. How fucking handy. You take the gear. So for some reason, there was a drone in there, a med kit, and I already got the rifle. So now we are at combat to test... Ow! Fucker! To test our... Stop it, bitch! There's somebody else over here, guys. Alright, as I was trying to say before I was rudely interrupted, we're in combat now, so we can test our build. I am going to do just that. Run the fuck over here. And turn on my faithful Doberman. Now, this fucker just hit me with a bat, so he gets shot. Ish. He gets shot again. Okay. Now, Jake Armitage is a caster, so he can do some cool shit. Flamethrower, heal my wounds, and because the last thing I got hit with was a grenade, and it wasn't a very strong grenade, that's going to be almost useless to me. And increase some aim. Now, let's fuck some shit up. This dude's a dick, so he gets set on fire. Thank you, Jake. You were effective. Let's get you into cover. And again, I got shot. I'm going to go over here, hide and cover, because I'm a little bitch. Take a quick shot. And another quick shot. And Jake puts him down. And I heal 6 HP. So, welcome to the Barrens. Guess I'll need to find a new spot to hide my gear. Good dead drops are so hard to find. He chuckles. Well, at least they were too dumb to break my maglocks. Now, you've got some gear. Let's go deal with those Halloweeners. Yeah, my body also hurts, Jake. Come on. Now, I can't remember. This is my inventory. Ah, good. I do have my rifle. What I'm actually going to do, if I can, is heal myself with this medkit here. Yes, heal myself, confirm, and I am no longer as hurt. There's another guy over here who looks worried, oddly enough. Let's talk to him. The man before you appears well-mannered but nervous. Excuse me, sir. I don't know you, but you look like you can handle yourself in the fight, and we need some help. Calm down. How can I help? Thank you. Some thugs are shaking down the market we've set up here. It's been getting worse lately. I don't think we can afford to pay them forever, but no one will stand up to them, and Lone Star isn't about to get involved. I see. Where's this market of yours? It's just down the street, sir. Please, our livelihoods depend on this market. Okay, let's go fix some stuff up here. See, not all Shadowrunners are assholes. Sometimes there's shit needs done. Commerce is like a weed, taking root in the cracks and crevices of the world wherever it can. A small street market has flourished here amongst the crumbling buildings of the Redmond Barrens. And there seems to be a gentleman to talk to who is named Head Thug. Yes, bitch. The thug attempts to use his bulk and hideous breath to intimidate the shopkeeper. The old woman is holding firm, but you can see the thug's patience fading fast, and he looks like he's about to start breaking things.
Oi! Who the hell are you?
And apparently he's British. Bet your mom's real proud of you right now.
Look, I never heard that before. I don't see a badge, so why don't you mind your own?
Because I'm sick of gutter fucks like you.
I knew you were just looking to cause static. Dash, ice this guy. You're fragging dead.
So he shoots somebody that isn't me. Alright, and again, combat situation, but I think we can handle this pretty well. Let's get behind cover and activate our drone. Now, because Droney just took a shot for us, let's take out Mr. Head Thug with a crit and a normal shot. He's down. So already we've done some good in this place. Sam is going to set her ass on fire. Critting. And he's gone. And we've finished and cleaned up the streets a little for Mrs. James here. And you can see I gained some karma from that. Again, karma is our experience, so a little later when we've gathered a little more, we're going to go into that. Mrs. James.
I can't thank you enough. I hate to see such bloodshed, but those men would not take no for an answer. He simply wanted to make our way in the world.
The shopkeeper holds out a few new yen.
Please, it's the least we can do.
Keep it. You need this more than I do. We are a kind person, ladies and gentlemen. Despite the lot in life we've chosen, we are a kind person. And we're not going to... Thank you, phone. And we're not going to take anything we don't need. Especially when somebody needs it more. But let's talk to Sarah. Her clothes may be dirty, but this woman is far from downtrodden.
Hey, not that it's my business, but I wouldn't go that way.
Really? What's going on?
Just some Halloweeners stirring up trouble again.
She points to the south.
They rode in this morning on those fancy bikes, set up camp in the old street market. They've been marching up and down the street all day, shaking down anybody that wanders past.
Typical. Well, odds are these are the guys we're after. Anything I should know about these gangers?
Well, their leader's a big old troll named John Paul.
Real piece of work, even for a wiener. John Paul.
Okay.
Yep, that's him. Jake checks his pistol. They're going to be in for a rude surprise. You might want to clear out before the shooting starts. She looks you over, then nods.
Don't need to worry about me. I know how to lay low. They're a tough bunch, though. Don't say I didn't warn you.
All right. We have a lead now. We have a direction. And when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to teach these ganger scum that these are not the places to be doing their dirty shit. I'll see you later, guys.